It's the Orioles on Masson, and we welcome you back, Camden Yards, as the Blue Jays and the Orioles get set for Game 2 of this three-game set. The first meeting of these two teams for this season taking place last night. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and for the Orioles, they went 11-7 against Toronto last year, and they kicked it off with a 2-1 win in the ball game last night. For the O's, who had a very fine home record last year, they finished up 47-34. They have started this season again looking like this really is home cooking. Take a look on this homestand, what the Orioles have done and what they've got a chance to do with 2 games left. They are 5-2. They're averaging over 5 runs a game. Runner in scoring position number has skyrocketed here in the homestand. ERA 4.08. Starter ERA not where they'd like it to be, but still 4.7. And the bullpen outstanding with a 3.16. The Orioles have this one in a game tomorrow, Jim, to do even better and to make Camden Yards a real home advantage.
Well, it really does. And, of course, you know, they're going to go to the West Coast. Last year, if you look at the one number that did not portend well for the Orioles is when they go west, a little different team. They've won in so many different ways. The grand slam, the 3-run home runs. Machado looking bad on a curveball, hitting the next one down in the corner, and then a 3-run home run. They've had good starting pitching last night. Perfect example. How often do you beat the Toronto Blue Jays 2-1? Yet, of course, Tillman was able to pitch far enough, and then, of course, the bullpen's been outstanding. So they can beat you so many ways, and when you walk across the field to Toronto or Tampa or the Dodgers and they say, this team really grinds it out, it's the ultimate compliment.
And, boy, you want to pick up these wins within the division, Jim, as early as you can. These are the ones that matter, and the Orioles have a lot of those early in the season.
Yeah, and, everybody's talking about, Jim Presley, the hitting instructor, said don't talk about hitting the knuckleball because they get R.A. Dickey. You won 20 games last year. First 2 starts were horrible. Last 2 have been very good. Did have some upper back problems, so we'll see how he goes. One hit the Orioles last night, but, again, these are some of those games, tomorrow you really don't know what's going to happen. It's always hard to beat a guy like R.A. Dickey, but if you do that, all of a sudden, you're looking sweet.
We're going to find out whether that butterfly is going to flutter or not tonight. R.A. Dickey, Miguel Gonzalez, they are the scheduled starters. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineup. Game 2 coming up. Jays and O's. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. By the Intel-powered Ultrabook. And by Honda. Get a great deal during the really big spring event now at your Honda dealer. Good eats here at Camden Yards, and the Orioles hope good starting pitching will continue as Miguel Gonzalez will be making the start for the Orioles in this ball game. He came out of nowhere really last year, called up from Norfolk at the end of May, and proved to be one of the most consistent starters that the Orioles had last season, and he's showing that he's got the ability to do that again this year. Ice water in the veins for Gonzalez. You see this season, April 4, Tampa Bay, the win, 2-run, 5-hit performance over 6 1/3. Against the Yankees, he took the loss, 3 runs, 5 hits over 6, and against Tampa Bay in the April 18 game, a no decision, 5 runs, 8 hits. He'll try and get back towards those numbers that he had on April 4 in this ball game tonight against Toronto. So Miguel Gonzalez ready to go in this one as he is out on the mound. Take a look at our train game time temperature tonight. 61 degrees, not much of a breeze here at all. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. Here's the starting lineup. A couple of changes in it. Kawasaki, Lind, and Bautista. Lind moved up in the lineup. Encarnacion, Cabrera, Lowry, Rasmus. Asturias did not play last night, nor did Blanco. Rasmus with a 1 for 4 and got their RBI last night.
And our scouting report for Miguel Gonzalez, well, at peace with the East, 7-3 lifetime, and very low ERA, 3.63, 13 starts, 9 of them quality. That means 3 runs with at least 6 innings. So again, struggled a little bit, as Gary Thorne alluded to in his last start, through 3 solo home runs, but they were solos. That's why it's 1 at a time. And what do you do when maybe you don't have your best command of your stuff, which was the case? Couldn't really get ahead. You work with your pitching coach Rick Adair, so the minor tune-up in between starts. Let's see if it pays off tonight. I think if you paid attention last night, Gary, there's a big strike zone with Ted Barrett behind the plate, but this is a very free swinging ball club.
They try and drive the ball out. I mean, that's what Toronto does, and they've got the hitters who can do it, but who aren't doing it right now. John Gibbons Ball Club comes in 8-12. They are in last place in the East, 5.5 games out. And for the Orioles, they are 11-8 now. Again, 3 games over 500, the best above 500 they have been, second time they've done it. And Buck Showalter's team 2 games behind the division leading Red Sox. And Gonzalez is set to go. For Gonzalez against this Toronto team, 3 appearances, 2 as a starter. He's got a 1-1 record, 4.3 ERA. In the 2 starts he's had, he's gone 1-1 against the Jays. Kawasaki will lead it off. 0 for 3 in the ball game last night as their leadoff batter, and had that big error that gave the Orioles the run ultimately that would win the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, not a very good defensive club through the first 20 games, and of course that error was the first one he had made in 49 games at shortstop, going back into last year.
1-0 delivery, chopped to the middle. Hardy will come over to get it and gets him.
Take a look at the Oriole defense, and it is a good one. McLeod, Gold Glove guy, Jones, Gold Glover, Markakis in right, Machado probably going to win one at some point. Hardy did win one last year. Flaherty, who can play all over. Ryan over at second base. Chris Davis, we know he can hit. Very agile for a big guy over at first base, and 2-time Gold Glove winner Matt Wieters behind the plate for the Orioles.
Adam Lind will come to the plate. Lind has moved up in the order. He is 3 for 6 off Gonzalez lifetime, and he's got a 4-game hit streak. So John Gibbons trying to get a little bit of pop at the top of a few that he has who are hot. 1-0 count, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Gonzalez now 10 wins, 5 losses in his major league career that began last year. 45% of the outs coming on ground balls this season. 1-1 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss in the upper part of the strike zone, 1-2.
Yeah, the inside corner, he just couldn't do that against Tampa Bay. And again, when you look at the numbers against the Rays, 8 hits, 5 2/3 innings. You know, a rarity that he doesn't go 6, but he was wild inside the zone.
1-2 delivery away. The right-handers have had the best of him. The left-handers hitting only 167, but the right-handers are hitting 371. And all 3 of the home runs, and they all came in the last start against Tampa Bay, have been hit by right-handers. Here's the 2-2 delivery to Lynn. Lynn will off the end of the bat, nubbed that one. Manny Machado's got it. DH retired. And that will bring up Bautista. Take a look at what Gonzalez has done against the so-called power parts of the lineup, hitters 3 and 4.
Yeah, and how does he do that? Obviously, you have to be able to command your stuff. He's not a particularly hard thrower. Average major league fastball is about, I think, 191 miles per hour. He's probably 91, maybe 92 on occasion, but he's got a good slider. He's got the splitter. That's what he threw to Lynn. And then he's got a curveball. Doesn't throw it very often, but it's a good one. So he's got 4 pitches, and the other part of the deal is he can pitch inside.
Well, 0-1 count on Bautista. Bautista had an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Had to sit out a series last week because of a back problem. Says it doesn't hurt anymore and that he's all right. But boy, watching him run to first base last night and also take a couple of swings, I think one has to wonder whether that back is still bothering him a little bit. He just didn't look very good, did not look very loose. It was cold, of course, last night, which doesn't help. We've got some muscle problems going. 2-ball, 1-strike delivery from Gonzalez. That ball will be skied in the air to right field. Short second baseman Flaherty rather is over, and he's got it. Good inning for Gonzalez. He retires the side in order. The Orioles lineup against the knuckleballer when we come back. Twins 4 losses here at Camden Yards. Here's the starting lineup for the O's, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. McLeod, Machado, and Markakis, Jones, Davis, and Wieters, Hardy, Flaherty, and Reimold last night. A couple of hits, including the game winner for Nick Markakis.
And our scouting report on R.A. Dickey. Well, he won the Cy Young Award, 20-6. And again, second lowest ERA in the National League. O's. Well, he had a 1-hitter June 18th last year with 13 strikeouts, and anomaly. Not the norm. He's a knuckleball guy. You don't see him very often. That is part of the problem, trying to hit him.
And McLeod leading it off. Knuckleballer bounces away. Blanco, the catcher, has become his catcher. Aaron Sebia has been doing most of it, but when Dickey's on the mound now, Blanco's the one who's behind the plate. 1-1 delivery on the way. That ball to second base is going to be a base hit. So McLeod leads it off with a single, and so much for the no-hitter.
Yeah, there goes a no-hitter. Only one hit last June. One already tonight. Cabrera, Rasmus, Bautista. Pretty good outfield. Lowry can really pick it over third. Kawasaki with a big error last night. His first in 49 game. Pistorius and Encarnacion, and then Henry Blanco doing the catch and throw guy.
Manny Machado will stand in, get a look at R.A. Dickey for the first time. Blanco has not thrown out any of 3 attempted steals. The knuckleball will be inside for a ball. Dickey, when runners do get on, have a pretty good chance, if they've got any speed at all, to pick up a stolen base because of that knuckleball floating up there. Takes a while for it to get to the plate. And a strike taken. Machado with a 1-1. That was the outing Jim was talking about last year. Magnificent 9-inning, no run, 1 hit, 2 walk, 13 Ks against the Orioles last year. He is 1-1 lifetime against the O's. Machado will take it inside. Amazingly, in the course of winning the Cy Young Award last year, he only had 4 wild pitches. That's a real credit.
Well, yeah, Josh Thole, who's actually they traded for in the minor leagues. He was a guy that did a lot of catching with the Mets. And then again, what he pitched for the American team in the WBC. Aaron Sebia didn't get a chance to catch him a lot. When he did, he didn't catch him a lot. A lot of the balls went back. I mean, it's tough.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Quick throw over. See the snap throw that Dickey has over to first base.
Yeah, an 8, 4 out of 5, and you can see high percentage guys. So if you're Buck Showalter, you have some options.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Manny Machado waiting on it. Knuckler will get away. McLouth will stay boxed and held in front, which is all important. Obviously, you're not going to catch all of these knuckleballs. So the ones you don't, you're just trying to keep the ball where you can see it in front of you. If you can do that, you got a shot at holding the runners.
And you can see the oversized glove, and not a very big lead by Nate McLouth. I would think he'd be running here 3-2.
He was, and they got him. He was going, and Dickey caught him in the lead, and he gets picked off.
Well, again, we talked about it last night. How do you keep a guy from stealing? You know, he has the capability of running. The count's 3-2. He leans, and then the quick throw right into the runner. Nice little tag, little snow cone by Edwin Encarnacion. So again, you hold the ball, guys will lean.
And there's the swinging strike. Dickey this year has 21 strikeouts in the 23 innings worked. There's the butterfly.
Well, there it is, and Manny swinging right through it. You can see again, it's the only pitch you throw where you don't twist your wrist, pull, or whatever. You throw it with your fingertips. It's really not with the knuckles, and you propel it. Try to keep it a rigid wrist and try to get it to kind of aerodynamically move on its way to home plate.
That is in there to Nick Markakis. Markakis a 1 for 2 off R.A. Dickey. Nick picking up the game-winning RBI last night, upping his average to .439 at home here in this ballpark, the 5th best average. You see the Oriole outfielders continue to pound it out. Their batting average, you take all the outfielders together, 2nd in the majors on base percentage. OPS 2nd. More hits than any other outfield combo, and the 2nd most runs. And the pitch will be taken inside, and a 1 ball 2 strike count. You do have to wait, and you can't overswing. 1-2 delivery on this knuckler. You just kind of hope you can lay the bat on it and push it.
Well, you hope you get one that doesn't really butterfly, and it just kind of rolls. And then, you know, again, his average velocity this year is about 78 miles per hour with that pitch. He throws 88, almost 89% of the pitches, you know, his fastball, because he was a conventional pitcher at one point in his career. He knows about 82 to 85.
The only knuckleballer who's ever thrown the knuckleball at 3 varying speeds. It can be really up in the upper 80s. It can be down in the mid lower 80s, and it can be a changeup pitch, and he can throw all 3.
Yeah, he just threw him a fastball 2-2, tried to sneak it, but missed inside.
3-2 delivery on the way, and Markakis will put it up in the air to center. Rasmus. And he'll put it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1 complete in game 2. No score. room of flooring free. 877-241 Lunar. Beautiful evening here at Camden Yards. There's clear skies, not a cloud in sight, and the moon on its way out.
And the warm temperature, at least for a day, is going to supposedly be around 80 tomorrow for the afternoon game.
Tomorrow will be a 12:30 ball game, by the way. Don't forget. And on the air at 12, O's Extra, and 12:30 for the ball game. And the Orioles head out west. And Encarnacion coming up, got out of a drought. He had an 0 for 16 when he picked up a single in the 7th inning of the ball game last night. Gonzalez's pitch to him will be taken inside for a ball. So he's hitting at 200 on the moment. Couple of home runs, 2 doubles, extra base hits. He's 1 for 7 with a homer off Gonzalez. And the big cut is foul back.
Well, take a look. And again, last year, career year, 42 home runs, hit 280, which is about 16 points higher. So last year, a lot of fly balls, 42 of them went out of the ballpark. This year, so far, and again, it's early, less than 100 at bats, more on the ground.
Big uppercut on that one, trying to drive it.
Gary, he did just about everything offensively you would ask. He had 280. He stole some bases, 13 out of 16 for a big guy. He's about 6'2", about 220, somewhere in there, and he does swing hard.
Career year in about every offensive category last year for him. 2-ball, 2-strike count. So will he feel obliged to try and even up those numbers?
Well,
again?
that's the thing. If you probably ask him midway through the 42 home runs, so I'm not trying to hit him. I'm just trying to hit the ball hard.
Ground ball to short. Hardy over. Short hop. 1 down, 2nd inning. Not too late to start enjoying Major League savings over the cost of single game tickets. Become an Orioles partial season plan holder. VIP orange carpet benefits, exclusive access to events, early access to the yard. Skip the ticket lines and you can upgrade your summer. For details, 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com/season. Here's Melky Cabrera, switch hitter. Cabrera had an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night, and we'll take it for a strike. Cabrera hitting 158 right-handed, 300 left-handed. 0-1 delivery to him, and Cabrera fouls that one back.
Yeah, that was the curveball. Again, he doesn't throw it a whole lot. And look at Melky before the positive drug test for synthetic testosterone was leading the National Leagues. 159 hits. 2 years ago, actually, John Gibbons, the manager, was a bench coach in Kansas City at 201 hits. But again, you just kind of wonder about the power numbers. And you just don't know. He's a good player, but is he good as he's been the last 2 years?
1-2 delivery, hit in the air to center. Jones. Adams got that one. A couple of quick outs here. Masson's going to be giving you the chance to meet and greet Buck Showalter. Just for texting, it's word of the day to 29292. Today's word is Camden. So text Camden to 29292. Your chance to win, and keep watching all week long for more chances to score with Masson. Buck had a comment about that last year when the two, Bartolo Colon, Melky Cabrera, get suspended, then get a bigger contract. Here is Brett Lowry, and he will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, that did kind of amaze me, because Cabrera, it's not that he got $16 million, but people say it's a good deal. And I go, how do you really know it's a good deal?
Yeah.
You don't until he plays it out. And, nothing against Melky, but he cheated. He got caught. And I don't think you can really say that anybody, when a guy cheats, you don't realize how long he's been cheating. So, I'm sure they hope when you make that kind of commitment, you play as well. But you just don't know. I played long enough to know you got to put up the numbers. You got to perform, and time will tell.
0-2 delivery on the way, and a big swing. That takes care of Lowry, who is not happy at all as he drops equipment on his way to third base. for being selected. You get 100 more for every Orioles hit and 500 for any Orioles home run in the 5th inning. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter today. Adam Jones coming up. Adam continued his hit streak against Toronto. He had a 1-for-4 in the ball game last night. He's had a hit in the last 10 against the Jays. Lowry struck out, and as he left home plate, he littered, folks. I mean, this is littering. 1, throw it down. 2, down to third base, and that is a fair ball. It's going to be thrown away. Jones is going to head to second base, and he'll go in probably with a single and an error. Well, he was just the man we were talking about.
He littered the throw too. I almost looked that ball very close to being, well, I mean, we'll get great angle right here. Is the ball fair? And they call it fair, and that's Lowry makes the play, and then again he's going in. Might have just gone over the corner of the bag. That's all that matters. And then he heaves it, and then Encarnacion tries to get in front of it, but it's so far up the line, and it's so much into Adam Jones, couldn't do it.
So another error charged to Toronto, a single and an error, and the Orioles had the leadoff man now in each of the first 2 innings. And here is Chris Davis, and Davis will take it down low for a ball. There weren't a lot of chances for either team last night with runners in scoring position. The Orioles had a 1-for-8 and they left 9. The Jays had a 1-for-4 and they left 6. Knuckleballer, Davis over the top of it. Chris has a 2-for-9. Lifetime hitting against R.A. Dickey.
Well, because of the error, it becomes a double, and as good as Chris is going, he'd still like to hit something to the right side and maybe manufacture a run here.
Gets away. There you see Chris Davis's number against the Jays. These are career numbers now. You look at what he's done against the Jays and everybody else. You'd like to play the Jays every day. That's a lot of big numbers right there.
Well, 9 home runs last year, 12 career, and 138 at bats. It's a ton of home runs.
1-2 delivery on the way. Davis will bloop that. Center field is going to fall in. Rasmus tried to deke. It didn't work. And Jones moves over to third base. So the Orioles with back-to-back singles along with the error. Runners first and third, nobody out.
Well, wait for the ball to come. You know it's going to be somewhere between 75 and 82. Again, gets it up on the label so he doesn't hit it well. But when you play somebody so deep, and why wouldn't you? Because the way he's driving the ball. I saw this with Boog Powell, Frank Robinson. A lot of holes out there, even in a small ballpark like Camden Yards.
Now Jones, of course, will be awake for the wild pitch or pass ball. Here's Matt Wieters, a 1-for-6 off Dickey. First and third. Nobody out. They'll play the defense for the double play. Jones getting a good secondary lead. Blooped outside of first, and that will be foul. Jones is coming way down the line just in case that ball that Knuckler was to get away.
And he can do that because Lowry's playing almost shortstop.
Yep. They have the shift on against Matt
Wieters. I mean, just look, you talked about the double play. Look how close this tourist is in. So much easier to get a ball through the right side.
Over the top.
Yeah, if you can make contact. Matt came out and hit early, struggling from this side of the plate as he did last year. And this is where the largest majority of his at-bats will come from, right-handed against a guy that can hit from both sides.
146 left-handed, 333 right-handed, and back into the screen. So the Orioles get a great chance here to get on the board. 1 ball, 2 strike count. This is where Dickey has been most susceptible. With nobody out, opponents are hitting 333. He gets 1 out. The average drops to 231. 2 outs, it drops to 154. 1-2 delivery on the way, reaching for it, and he got a base hit. Jones will score. Wieters gets the RBI, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead.
Well, it's like a birthday present. It's a knuckleball that doesn't knuckle. And again, Matt came out and hit early. I don't know if he worked on this one. Watch him go up out of the strike zone. It just didn't do anything. It just kind of stays there. He doesn't throw too many like that. He wasn't going to let that go by. Blanco's almost in his glove. Hit it out of the glove. Nice piece of hitting.
Wieters gets his 9th run batted in. And the Orioles still have runners on at first and second base. And here's Hardy. Hardy ended up with an 0 for 2 in the ball game last night. Numbers on the year.
Well,
Hardy's
again,
had a 1 for 6 off Dickey.
Gary, we saw him playing very shallow last night because of the wind. They're still shallow.
Down to third, fouled off. Now that's the way they played the outfield against almost everybody.
Yeah, again, I mean, you play. I mean, this is a big ballpark. It is tough sometimes because the park plays so small to get back on balls that just short hop the wall. And unconventionally shallow.
Hardy will pop it up. First base, infield fly rule in effect. Batters out. And Hardy retired. That is the first out of the inning. Runners remain on at first and second base. Flaherty coming up. Dickey's ERA last year 2.73. Coming into this ball game up to 4.30. And it's been the right-handed batters that have had the numbers off him, just as they have off Gonzalez. Kind of backwards. Ball gets away, runners hold. The right-handers are hitting 310 off him. Last year they hit 218. Left-handers this year 196. Last year 237.
Yeah, the other number on his way to 20 wins, 177 with runners in scoring position. Unbelievably low.
And they are 7 for 20 coming into the ball game against him, and the Orioles already have picked up the hit by Davis and the hit by Wieters. They're 2 for 3 in that situation tonight. 2-0 count. That'll come inside.
Yeah,
and
Ryan.
the count goes 3-0.
Ryan Flaherty says, how do you hit a knuckleball? And I said, just hit the ball. He's so happy because he has seen only 33% fastballs all year. The league knows he's a fastball guy. They throw it slower and slower. At least he knows he's going to get a knuckleball.
3-0 delivery, and that is going to be a strike call. 3-1. On at second, Davis. First is Wieters. The Orioles trying to put some numbers up against R.A. Dickey here in the second inning. 3-1 delivery on the way. That'll be taken, and they're loaded. First walk, he has surrendered. You see what's happened to him. Now 2012 in the middle is the big year. Last year with the Cy Young Award, and on either side of it you see how the numbers have varied, and they are up for 2013. Up even more than they were in 11. Bases loaded. Only one away. Nolan Reimold, the DH, batting ninth. 0 for 3 in the ball game last night, getting his first shot at R.A. Dickey. Davis, the lead runner, a single. Wieters, a single. The walk to Flaherty. Only 10 walks have been surrendered in the 25 innings worked by R.A. Dickey this year. 1-0 delivery, lifted in the air to left center field. Rasmus going back. Runner will tag. Here comes Davis. Sac fly RBI. 2-0 O's.
So we've seen a lot of aggressive at bats. He's gotten behind a little bit. He's gotten some knuckleballs up. They made their 13th error of the year on the infield hit by Adam Jones, and the Orioles have taken advantage of it.
Well, good job by Reimold. Get the run in. He's got 7 RBIs on the year now. The Orioles still have runners at first and second base, and Nate McLouth, the leadoff batter. McLouth's single got picked off in the first inning. Nate with the .283 batting average, 1 RBI, but he's been on base to score runs for the Orioles at the top of the order. Knuckler will come inside to him. He has scored 11 runs on the year. The Orioles are led by Adam Jones in runs scored with 17. Dickey, the right-hander, 38 years old, trying to get out of the inning here. That Knuckler's going to come inside. Not going where he wants it. 3-0.
Well, don't think that Buck Showalter, the Orioles skipper, won't give him the green light on a fastball here. Nate, again, for a little guy, has very good power. Nope, he didn't get it. Fastball right down the middle.
Dickey up to 41. With him, the pitch count's kind of meaningless if he's getting people out. 3-ball, 1-strike count. And they're loaded again. 2 walks in the inning. Now we'll bring the pitching coach, Walker, out to the mound here to have a word with him.
Well, obviously struggling, and then again you compare strike zones. Every umpire has a different one. Alfonso Marquez, a much tinier strike zone. So all the questionable pitches last night seemed to go in the pitcher's favor. That's why you had a 2-1 game. Tonight you're going to have to throw it over.
Dickey in a jam again.
And then you hope your guys catch it.
Yeah, which they've had problems doing, as we mentioned. Bases loaded, 2 down. Manny Machado, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Ground ball towards short, diving, it's going to go through off the glove of Kawasaki. 1 run in. Here's the throw by Rasmus, and not in time. A 2 RBI base hit. Davis and Waiters and the Orioles extend the lead to 4-0.
Well, the rave reviews on Manny Machado was that in spring training didn't try to pull, try to hit the ball back up the middle. So he came into last night's game with 6 up the middle, 6 to left, 7 to right, and right here just take it back up the middle. Kawasaki can't get it, and again, if he catches it, you're out of the inning. If not, it's 4-0.
So a great job here as the Orioles pushing across now. 4 runs on 5 hits in the ball game. And that pitch will be taken for a strike. Runners on at first and second base. The Orioles getting to R.A. Dickey. They have batted around now. This is the 9th hitter up in the inning, Nick Markakis. And that's going to get away. The runners will move up.
Well, this knuckleball is going to dance all over the place. And Henry Blanco's 41 years old. He goes, boy, I may be too old for this. Hits right up on the thumb of the glove.
It'll be a pass ball.
Yep. We saw that last night. Big difference in last night's game.
Again, he has to block it. And the Orioles have speed over there at third base and McLeod. So anything gets away, he'll be going. And Lowry is playing back at third again. So the secondary lead at third base is pretty good. 2-ball, 1-strike count, 2 down. Markakis flied to center, first time up, takes the knuckler for a strike. The Orioles jump out on top of R.A. Dickey, exactly the opposite of the ball game we saw him pitch against the Orioles last year in New York. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and off the fists, a nubber as Torres will play it for the out. But the Orioles have the big inning as they come up with 4 runs. They do it on 4 hits. The Orioles have a 4-0 lead. BMW Center by Ocean City, Maryland. Visit Ocean City, Maryland Springfest May 2 through 5. Find out more at OCOcean.com. And by Just for Men. Just for Men Auto Stop is foolproof. Gray is over. Zach Britton, I don't know if he's in the ballpark, but he's in Baltimore. He's been called up and probably is going to make the start in the ball game tomorrow.
I think actually it's going to be Josh Stinson.
Is it?
Who, yes, a right-hander that the Orioles got out of the Milwaukee, then the Oakland. So he a couple of starts.
Okay.
So he's going to be the guy. It will not be Zach Britton, which was surprising. But a right-handed pitcher versus Zach, who's a lefty. So he will be the spot starter tomorrow.
Brandon Morrow is scheduled to go in the 12:30 ball game on the other side. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Colby Rasmus. Rasmus is Torres and Blanco. Rasmus 1 for 4. Got the lone RBI in the game last night. 39, third high in strikeouts rather for him. He's not been making a lot of contact. Still hitting .250 though on the month.
Yeah, he got the big hit, and Chris Tillman got behind him 3-1. Bounced a single into right field for their only run of the night.
0-2 delivery on the way, and that will be up high, 1-2. So Gonzalez with an early 4-0 lead in the ball game. Manny Machado coming through, the big hit. That one's into the corner. It'll be chased down by Markakis off the wall, and the throw not in time. So Rasmus will pick up the double. There's the first hit for the Jays.
Well, again, let's take a look right here. Last year, again, when you get to 2 strikes, lights out. 193. The league average was 178 this year, and you just saw it. Boy, what a appropriate number right there. He hang a change up with 2 strikes. You don't have to throw a strike 1 and 2. He does. Rasmus hits a double because we talk about it all the time. Shut down innings. They want to get back into this game. Don't let them.
Runner at second base with nobody out. Torres will take it. Our Dodge Inside the Numbers. See your authorized Dodge dealer. Experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive. Go to Dodge.com. Check out their powerful lineup. Gonzalez 0-1. As Torres starting at second base will go to first, and Davis holds a runner.
Well, he's actually even with the bank because Mesa Torres can bunt, and of course they're down by 4. They're trying to get on, so the ball's hit sharply, and again that's very tentative base running.
Usually a ball hit to that side of the infield. Would go on contact.
Well, again, I don't know if the scoreboard, I don't know the fact they're just not playing well. I mean, it is a tough throw because you don't make it very often if you're a first baseman. But even though Chris Davis has a very good arm, which we saw in Boston when he came in and pitched.
Here is Blanco. And Blanco, a little bloop shot. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Late start. Rasmus will make the turn. He's going to be held. Throw will come all the way through. Score being what it is. Not going to take a chance for the out. Luis Rivera, third base coach, held him.
Nice little at bat right there. Just slider down and away. Went right with it.
So runners on at first and third as Toronto tries to answer back after the 4-run second inning. Kawasaki grounded out his first time up. 0 for 4 in the 2 games so far and gets a chance. Outfield shallow on him and left and center, and that'll be fouled away. And an 0-1 count.
Well, what we saw, at least with what I saw from Miguel Gonzalez last year when he went 9-4, is that he could go to another gear. So again, you get ahead here, you want to go to the other gear because you'd love to get a strikeout. Contact hitter, but again, not a particularly quick bat. Make your pitches, try to punch them out.
Runner coming to the plate. Hardy 1, relay Flaherty. Got him! And they turn a big double play and prevent that run from scoring. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Orioles lead it. (1969), a 10-inning complete game pitching duel. Denny McLain and Mike Cuellar of the Orioles. Cuellar won it. McLain retired 21 straight. Cuellar 20 straight. And at the end of the year, they would share in the Cy Young Award. And in 1964, Ken Johnson became the first pitcher to lose a 9-inning no-hitter. In that one, the Reds beat the Colt 45s by a score of 1-0 back in '64. Volkswagen Springtoberfest. It's going on now. Visit VWDealer.com today. Adam Jones will lead it off. Dickey's pitch will be taken for a strike on the outside corner. Jones started out the second inning with a base hit and a throwing error that put him on at second to get it going. 0-1 knuckler will miss inside. Sixth in RBIs and 8th in average starting the day in the American League for Jones. Chops that one at the plate and a 1-ball 2-strike count.
I hit off Hall of Famer Hoyt Wilhelm in Chicago my first year when I was 19. I thought I had them all zeroed in. The ball, when thrown well, this doesn't go where you think it's going to go. It just dances all over the place. And that's why, just imagine, I mean, just think about it. You have to look at Henry Blanco, you know, veteran catcher. He's got this huge glove. And even with that, how do you try to hit something that he can't catch?
Good luck.
Sometimes, yeah, that's why it's so hard.
2-2 deliveries fouled off.
That's why I think when Matt Wieters saw that one that didn't knuckle, it just rolled. He just, even though it was almost neck high, leaped on it. There's Pete Walker. How do you teach a knuckleball? You don't. All right, just keep doing what you're doing.
2-2 and a swing and a miss on that one. Dickey will get his second strikeout. One down here in the third inning.
Yeah, this ball just kind of like zooms up and away, and I think it's going to be in the middle of the plate and doesn't stay there. Okay, not a lot of spin. And then the aerodynamics take over.
Here is Chris Davis against him, and that'll be foul back. Davis had a base hit, scored in the second inning. Chris hitting now at 400. 22 RBIs. And threw the knuckler on that one, 0-2. (0-2) count with one down. They shifted a little. It won't matter. 3 strikeouts. 2 in a row here in the third inning. The bidding will close at midnight tonight on the special game-worn jerseys from last week's Jackie Robinson celebration. Each jersey worn last Tuesday has been autographed by the player who wore it. Proceeds will benefit the Orioles Charitable Foundation and the Jackie Robinson Foundation. Don't forget the bidding closes tonight at midnight, so go to Orioles.com/auction and make your bid. Here's Matt Wieters. Wieters a single, RBI, and a foul ball.
Yeah, R.A. Dickey on his way to 20 wins. 4 in May, 4-0 in May, 5-0 in the month of June. That was a month that one hit the not only the Rays but the Orioles. 50 strikeouts, 50 consecutive scoreless innings. That's a nice little.
1-1 is swung on and missed. The most effective inning so far for the knuckler right here in the third.
What almost looks like he's throwing just a shade harder. And again, that's the adjustment that doesn't matter if you're a conventional pitcher or a knuckleballer, you got to make. And
Dickey spent a long time perfecting it. He started in 2005 to throw the knuckler when he got optioned out from the majors to AAA Oklahoma. And he got called back up. The Orioles actually saw him first back in 2005, and he began using the knuckler, and then over the years continued to do so and kept improving on it. His lifetime mark is only 63 and 58, and 20 of those wins came last year. Wieters will take it, and Dickey thought he had it. Doesn't get the call. 2-2.
Well, the amazing thing, the Mets only won 74 games. He won 20 of them last year.
2-2 delivery to Wieters, and a chopper foul.
Yeah, Rick Adair, the Oriole pitching coach, was actually in the Rangers organization as a pitching coach, and he said that R.A.'s work habits and ethics were unbelievable. He'd take buckets, go down, just throw against the wall, trying to perfect the knuckleball.
2-2 fouled off. Well, he said he knew if he was going to have a career in baseball, it had to be something else. It wasn't going to be on what he was throwing at the time. He'd been sent up and down innumerable times in his early career with Texas, Seattle, Minnesota. 2-2 delivery on the way, and Wieters will lift that one in the air. Rasmus coming over, and he'll put it away. So a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball. Dickey sets the Orioles down in order, but the Orioles still have the 4-0 lead. Tonight now has reached base in all 20 games this season for the Red Sox, who continue to play some pretty good baseball. Kevin Youkilis, the former member of the Sox, now with the Yankees, out with a sore back. Joe Girardi saying he may have to miss another 1 or 2 out of a lineup already purged of its stars. And Luke Scott, Tampa Bay, trying to get their DH back, expected to start minor league assignment today. Charlotte A ball, and it'll just depend on how it goes in the they want him back in that lineup as soon as they can get him there. Around the east, around the ballpark tonight, good deal warmer than it was last night, and a lot of fans on hand for this one, a lot of youngsters on hand. 4-0 lead for the Orioles. 4-5-0. Jays are 0-2-1. And Gonzalez will work to Lynn, who will take the pitch for a strike. He grounded out his first time up. Adam Lynn brings in a +4 4-game hit streak. 0-1 delivery to him, and he'll take that one down into the corner. Markakis over will have to play it off the wall, and will hold him to the single. Now Lynn starts it out with a base hit here in the 4th inning. Tomorrow the Orioles wrap up their homestand at 12:35 afternoon matinee against the Blue Jays. If you have not experienced the new sight, sounds, and taste of Oriole Park this year, here's your great chance during the day to come out and see the birds. Tickets start as low as $10. To get yours, call the Orioles 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Believe it or not, it's going to be the last game at home in April. Here's Bautista, and he will take the pitch for a strike. He popped out his first time up. First hit Gonzalez has given up this year in the 4th inning.
You see awfully good strike to ball ratio.
Tempted, didn't go.
Doesn't tell you the whole story, though. You still, especially against this team, free swingers. They're trying to get back in the game. I mean, who better right here? 2 of the last 3 years. Led the American League in home runs with 54 and 43. Oh,
chance for 2. There's one. Flaherty to first.
Well, there you go again. Batista's a pull hitter. You get a ball in the outside quarter of the plate, and if he tries to pull it, this is what you call rolling over. If he goes to right field, he can stay within it. Perfect double play ball, and Ryan Flaherty's really acquitted himself well in the middle of the diamond. Play everywhere.
Super utility at second base in the ball game tonight. Ian Casillas sharing time there, and Hardy, of course, anchoring short.
So back-to-back innings with double plays.
2 down, nobody on. Encarnacion will take it for a strike. Coming into the ball game, Gonzalez had induced 2 ground ball double plays in his first 3 starts. He's had 2 double plays now in the last 2 innings. 0-1 delivery on the way, and that will be away. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Encarnacion, he grounded out his first time up. Orioles have caught the Jays while they are not playing particularly good baseball. Doesn't mean they won't come back in this game, but they're struggling. Both pitching and hitting have not been what they hoped for. 2-1 away.
Well, you look at, obviously, when you go out and get Jose Reyes to play shortstop, and as you mentioned last night, what is he hitting? .395. It's stolen 5 out of 5. So the sprained ankle will put him out at least till the All-Star break. But again, this is a ball club, as Encarnacion's going to walk, that was the fastest ball club to 500 runs last year. And then Bautista went down, and they had all kinds of injuries. But they should be better than they were playing, but they're not, and it's kind of like you're playing tennis with somebody and you're beating them and they're getting all upset. Well, you got to bring the level of your game up, and if they don't, they won't win. Pretty simple.
And for John Gibbons, back managing for the 2nd time with the Jays, waiting to see that happen. Here's Melky Cabrera. He'll take Gonzalez's pitch for a strike, fly it out center field his first time up.
Well, they all love John Gibbons. I said today, you just got to get him to play better. He said, maybe you need a meeting, an Earl Weaver meeting. He said, you think we haven't had one? But it's up to them. It's up to the players.
Gonzalez with the throw over, not a big lead for Encarnacion at first base.
Got to look at the scoreboard. 4-0. You worry on the guy at the plate. He's not going to be running.
0-1 will miss away. Gonzalez trying to pick the numbers up at home. This home ballpark's been a bit of a struggle for him. He's done better on the road. 7 home starts, 3-2, ERA of 4.61. He's gone 7-3 on the road with an ERA of 2.8. Ooh. A cut with not much on it as Cabrera just kind of flailed on that one. 1-2.
Well, a lot of people say, well, why can Miguel Gonzalez get you out? It's because he's deceptive. You know, again, a nice easy wind up. The ball, it's not that it's a lot of velocity, but it must have a lot of good late life. He tries it again, but again, the illusion to a hitter has to be that it looks like it's going to be a strike, and then got to be close enough that you'll chase. That ball's so far out of the zone. Just runs the count to 2-2.
With 2 away, ball put in the air to center. Jones a couple of steps in and he'll put it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Another double play helping Gonzalez out protecting the lead. Training home also a destination for culinary adventure. From fresh local seafood to an array of Zagat-rated restaurants, you can learn more by visiting SavorSarasota.com. R.A. Dickey ready to go. Is a swing and a miss on a big cut on the knuckler by Hardy. J.J. Hardy popped out his first time up. Flaherty and Reimold. Driving it gap and right. Bautista with time to get there. 1 away here in the 4th inning. Our PNC Minor League report brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Buck Britton.
Oh, nice little numbers. We got all these phenoms. 350, 360, home runs. Good to see. You want to have position players that are performing well.
Some depth.
Yeah. At the pitchers.
And Flaherty will take it for a strike.
It's like a different guy is pitching compared to the 2nd inning. R.A. Dickey just struggled that 1 inning and now all of a sudden back in a rhythm.
So it goes with the knuckler. It's about the feel. Here's the 1-1. And the pitch will be taken inside for a ball.
Well, they talk about it. Wakefield used to talk. Tim used to talk about. He's trying to feel like you're going to center it right in the middle of your chest.
Third base. Lowry over, and he's got it.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Last year he missed about 3 weeks when he dove into the camera well. There's a tendency to play with tremendous intensity. That's why the whole dugout was going, that's enough. That's far enough. We need you to play. Be healthy.
Just got him back.
Yeah. Bleak pull in the World Baseball Classic playing for Canada.
Reimold trying to tee off on 1 RBI and a sac fly. The Orioles have 2 RBIs by Machado, 1 by Wieters, and 1 by Reimold. All coming in the 2nd inning. Dickey's pitch will miss down low. The 1-1 launched in the air to left field. He got a lot of it, but not quite enough. It'll be hauled in. Cabrera over there to get it, and a 1-2-3 inning. So 6 in a row, retired as R.A. Dickey's Knucklers doing some butterflying. Of Gonzalez.
Yeah, guile and movement against Miguel Gonzalez, who has a lot of guile and a lot of movement and a repertoire of pitches.
For the ball game, Gonzalez a walk and a strikeout. Dickey 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Brett Lowry stands in. He took that strikeout swinging in the 2nd inning. Rasmussen is Torres for the Jays as we go to the 5th. Outfield shaded a bit to right and deep. 1-0 delivery to him.
Yeah, they're trying to get something going. Leadoff double in the 3rd. Double play got him out of that inning. Leadoff potential double, but Marquez played it off the wall off the bat of Adam Lynn. And then Gonzalez, that's not a good habit. As you mentioned, you would like to get the first batter out. It just makes it so much less difficult. Never easy.
Gonzalez leadoff men on in that 3rd and 4th inning, but just not able to do anything with it, which is where the Jays are. 1-2 delivery, and that'll be foul back. Gonzalez getting ahead of the hitters in the ball game. 12 out of 15 first pitch strikes have been thrown tonight. That too a good idea always.
Yeah, a lot of better than he was against Tampa Bay.
Especially against the ball club, where the Jays are next to last in average and 13th in the American League in runs scored.
Yeah, and then what, out of 30 teams, they are 26th in on base percentage. 3 swinging.
And there's one right there.
Well, again, you know, he gets ahead. That's one of the keys to pitching. Numbers go down. The difference between 0-1 and 1-0, and then he makes a perfect pitch. He just buries it outside corner. So again, what do you have to do with 2 strikes if you're Lowry? You got to protect everywhere. Just couldn't cover the outside corner. Perfect pitch.
Rasmus had a double first time up. So our Nissan Pitch Track, your best choice for a new car. Nissan at Nissan's Best Choice Sales Event. Choose from their best ever lineup of fuel efficiency vehicles. Choose Nissan.com. The offer ends April 30. Rasmus a 4-game hit streak. Got around on that and fouled it off.
Well, it's great to find out where a guy can get the bat head and then have him pull it foul. So now again 0-2. You would like to think that Miguel would be able to navigate himself out of the strike zone and get Colby Rasmus for the second out.
Two will be taken up high. Rasmus getting his first hit off Gonzalez with a double. Now 1 for 8 lifetime against him. One, two. Three Ks, two in the inning.
Very workmanlike. Get ahead. Low and away to Lowry, up and away to Rasmus. Left-handers like the ball down inside middle. Just runs it away from him.
The Gonzalez with 2 away. Retired the first 6 batters that he faced in the ball game. And the pitch is taken inside. Jesus Turris grounded out his first time up. Popped him up. Hardy. And he got him. So Gonzalez working his way through this Blue Jays lineup in the Orioles' second inning with 4 runs holding up. Lottery hit a big contestant of the game gets $500 for any Orioles home run. Donald LeBlanc has already won $1,000 tonight. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery hit a big contestant, all you got to do is play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. Probably having a pretty good time is my guess. Youngsters at the ballpark tonight. McLouth coming up, a walk and a single. And R.A. Dickey with a knuckler that will miss. Manny Machado and Markakis due up for the O's in the bottom half of the 5th. And in there for a strike. McLouth now with that 283 mark and continues to get on base in that leadoff spot for the Orioles. Help produce runs. 1-1 delivery. Roller outside of first. They would love to get Dickey out of there, obviously. One, because that would mean they've scored some more runs off him, but also just not to have to look at this knuckleball anymore. They always worry about how much it's going to confuse them and how far behind they'll fall with their swings for how long.
We always talk about late movement. Watch this one dance away. So again, all of a sudden, and he just turned it over. Maybe a little more rotation, but he still gets at the knuckle and perfect pitch outside corner. Yeah, Brandon Morrow, a little bit different pitcher. I watched his last game. He didn't have great velocity, but the guy that can throw anywhere from 90 to 95, and really good slider. So you'll see somebody different arm angle, different movement on the pitches tomorrow afternoon.
Machado, a 2 RBI base hit, and he is struck out.
Well, he got the big hit in the 4-run second inning and just up the middle off under the glove of Kawasaki, the shortstop.
That is right over the line for a fair ball, chased down into the corner by Melky Cabrera. It'll be an easy double, and Machado's got another 2-hit ball game.
R.A. Dickey took a look at Manny Machado, and we saw this. We saw it against Beckett on Saturday night, double. Watch him just pull his hands inside. So again, it's bad head to the ball. You know, he's not going to throw it by you, but again, you're playing off the line. That's percentage baseball. And again, if you can, and this is the difference between the modern day hitter, with the exception of Aaron and Robinson, is that a lot of guys used to hook balls. Now they stay inside of it, even if the ball's in, and that's keeps the ball fair.
Machado gets his 6th multi-hit game, and that will bring Markakis up with an 0 for 2. Nick with a big game-winning RBI. He has had 7 career walk-off RBIs in his illustrious days at the plate, and the pitch will miss. 1 ball, 1 strike count. He's got another opportunity here for the Orioles. Hit number 6 on that double by Manny Machado. And that pitch floats away. Blanco able to hang on to it. 2-1. 3 for 5 for the Orioles. Successful so far with runners in scoring position. Orioles have upped their average to 275 as a team coming into this game. Good enough for 5th. That's going to bounce away. Machado will hustle it around 3rd, but will stay there as Blanco goes to retrieve.
Well, we talked about last year, you win 20 games. The catcher, and he's in the organization, Josh Thole, caught 26 of the 33 games at R.A. Dickey. And that one just bounces out in front of the plate. He tries to backhand it, and the ball just gets by Henry Blanco. So not only that, Josh Thole caught the Santana no-hitter, yet he is not on the Major League 25-man club. Well, there you go, another base on balls. And the infield end, because they can't afford to give up any more runs.
Givens, no call to the bullpen yet. Dickey with runners on at 1st and 3rd again. That is the 3rd walk he has surrendered in the ball game, and he did pick up the wild pitch that moved Machado over to 3rd base. Now with 1 away, Jones has singled, scored, struck out, and the pitch taken outside for a ball. Orioles already up 4-0 and a chance to add to it here. The infield will play at double play depth against Jones. One.
Yeah, and you can see Adam again with only 1 out, trying to get something in the air. Fly ball will score a run, make it 5-0. Dickey last year, 57% of his pitches that were hit on the ground. That's what he's looking for.
One ball, 1 strike delivery, and Jones back into the screen. 3 walks in this game. He only gave up 1 in the last outing against Chicago, and 2 each in the starts before that. The opening game against Cleveland, he did walk 4. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Adam Jones with another RBI opportunity. He's got 15 on the year, and Jones will pop it up second base. Is Turris, and there are 2 down. Oriole Park, the perfect setting for your next group outing. Gather up family, friends, co-workers, colleagues. Enjoy a fun-filled day or night here at the Yard. Discounted ticket prices for groups as small as 12. Party facilities for up to 1,000. Oriole Park, a great group outing experience. For details, 888-848-BIRD, or go to Orioles.com/groups. Davis with a single, a run scored, and he is struck out. 2 down now. And that will be fouled off outside of first. First now with the 3-4-11 against the knuckleballer and Ramon Ortiz in the pen. Jays made a move today as they claimed a left-handed pitcher, Aaron Laffey, from the Mets. They moved Jose Reyes, their ending shortstop, to the 60-day DL. Laffey was with the Jays last year, 16 starts. He went 4 and 6 in a total of 22 games with him. He is not here, or at least wasn't here before the game started. They didn't expect him to be here, but should be here tomorrow. 0-2 count on Davis. Runners off first and third, and that will be outside.
It's got to be frightening if you're Henry Blanco. Even that ball right there, he didn't quite get in the center of the glove. And look how big that glove is. Still difficulty getting a handle on it.
Davis will foul it away. The ball keeps on moving even after it's in the glove. You'll see it hit in the pocket, then move to the web, or be in the web, move to the pocket. It's more like a first baseman's mitt. You're really trying to snare it, bring it in. Real art, and never easy catching the knuckler. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Chris Davis. Missed outside. 2-2. And Davis in the air to left. Cabrera, and he's got it. So the Orioles are unable to move a runner across here, as they will pick up a double, leave runners at first and third, still have the 4-0 lead. This win tonight, they'll have at least 2 out of the 3 strikeouts, double plays early, consecutive innings, and then against Dickey, the 4-run, 4-hit second inning. And then Gonzalez continuing to shut it down to the delight of the Oriole fans, and that's where it stands right now. A 4-0 lead. Manny Machado, 2 RBIs, double single in the ballgame. Gonzalez will work here in the 6th inning with Blanco coming up. Blanco a single his first time up. Kawasaki at the top on deck. And in there for a strike.
Yeah, a little looping base hit into right center his first time up. Been in the big leagues. This will be his 15th year, 41 years old.
0-1 will miss outside to him, 1-1. Gonzalez with a 1-1 pitch to him, and that will be away. Gonzalez has been efficient here in this ball game in getting the outs, and the double plays, of course, have really helped. 62 pitches thrown, 2-1 delivery, and a swing and a miss on a pitch away.
Yeah, nice little fastball, and again he chases. It's Henry Blanco, better known for his defensive ability, just again well located out of the middle of the plate.
2-2 delivery on the way.
Well, you react to the way the hitter reacts to you if you have a feel for pitching, and it doesn't take long for Miguel Gonzalez to prove that last year. Like his first game was against Toronto out of the bullpen. So he doesn't get to the 2-1 fastball, which is what he's looking for. Why not throw him another one? That's pitching. It's using the cabeza, your head.
Here's Kawasaki, the leadoff batter. He's hit into a double play and grounded out. 4 strikeouts for Gonzalez in the ball game. Kawasaki with the 0 for 5 now in these 2 games. But a lot of 0-fers going in this lineup right now for the Jays. Kawasaki's not had a hit in his last 8 times to the plate, and he joins numerous others on John Gibbons' team who have an 0 for 8 or 0 for 9. Pitch will be inside, snared by Wieters, and a 2-1 count. Kawasaki hitting at .214. Well, the scouts talking about, all right, who's going to play short with Reyes out for so long? Can Kawasaki really be the one they're going to rely on? Most people think not. But the trouble is, Jays don't have anybody in the organization, anybody else to play. 3-1 delivery, and that will be a strike. For all the money spent and on the players that they do have, their depth is not particularly deep.
Yeah, Torres, who they signed, what, a 3-year deal, $10 million. He's more of a third baseman, second baseman, not really a shortstop.
3-2 delivery. Flaherty's got it, and we'll record the out, 2 down.
Well, it took him 101 pitches to get 17 outs against the Rays in his last start. Pitch count now 17 outs, 70. So again, the ability to adjust, to work on what you need to work on with your pitching coach, to somehow be able to find out what the problems are and work on them. So far it's worked.
Adam Lynn, 2 down, nobody on, a single, and he is grounded out. The DH hitting at .244, and that is there for a strike. It may be happenstance and have nothing to do with anything. Jake Arrieta wasn't able to throw strikes, and he's not with the ball club anymore. And whether he was sent down because of the way he was pitching or because they needed room on the roster, the other guys pitching saw what happened.
Well, yeah, it is. It was definitely not a wake-up call, but it was on the bulletin board. Jack Morris, who is next door doing radio down the hall. I think I'm going to kind of wait before we get to 2 outs for his little story. Well, maybe I won't. He said his first start with the Tigers was Ralph Houck, major. Managed the Yankees. He walked the first 2 guys. Houck ran out to the mound. He said, "Son, you got great stuff, but if you don't throw strikes, you can't pitch in the big leagues," and just walked off. He said 9 innings later, I got my lesson. He said, I never worried. He said, I just realized my stuff was good enough. I think that's what Buck Showalter told Jake. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Buck said. Jake's got to figure it out because everybody's tried to help him. He just has to go down there and have conviction, commit himself to his pitches, and we'll see where that leads him.
2-2 delivery on the way, and he leaned but stayed off it. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So Lynn with 2 down, nobody on here in the 6th inning. Ball game right now being dominated by the 2nd inning offense and the pitching of Gonzalez. Don't wake the sleeping dog. 3-2 and walked it. So join us again tomorrow. This will be the wrap-up, the finale in this one. Josh Stinson takes the mound against Brandon Morrow. Our coverage Mass 2 HD at noon. O's Extra presented by Geico, followed by our game coverage at 12:30. All the access you need right here on Mass.
Well, 2010, Jose Bautista, who steps to the plate, hit 54 home runs, and next year he walked 134 times. You do not want to walk Lynn to get to him. It doesn't mean you can't get him out, but it's just not a good idea.
Bautista an 0 for 2 in this one, including hitting into a double play. Hitting just a .192 right now with 4 home runs. Gonzalez with the 0-1 delivery to him. 1-1.
Hey, all you gotta do is look at the infield and maybe in the outfield you can see how they're playing him. He's a pull hitter. J.J. Hardy in the hole. You can see him over here. I mean, huge there. Adam Jones, a couple of steps.
Bautista also 0 for 8. And we'll foul that one back.
Yeah,
So
nice little
Gonzalez
splitter. Yeah. So again, if you can do it, you're in a position where you can try to get him out outside the zone. Good way to pitch to Jose Bautista. Inside middle fastball hitter. One of the best.
1-2 pitch to him. Fouls that one back again over the screen. Checks the lumber, thought he might have broken it, but decides no. And the 1-2 delivery to him. Two with 2 down. Long foul ball.
Well, there you go. That's Jose. You can see again bending. That back injury that a couple of games last week. Probably still lingering.
He continually looks like he's trying to loosen it up. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that will be outside. So a full count on Bautista, 3-2. Encarnacion, the cleanup batter, waiting on deck. (3-2) runner will be going, and he walked it.
Well, there you go. Free passes. And that's exactly what the Jays want. And exactly what Buck Showalter doesn't want. It's their entree back into the game because you have a guy that hit 42 home runs coming to the plate. And Ricadero come out and have a little talk. Very, very efficient till right there. And it all started with a walk to Adam Lynn, who came in with four walks in the last game over the weekend, and then walked the first time last night. Kind of sets up this whole inning for the Jays.
There have been 3 3-2 counts by Gonzalez, and 2 of those have come in the last 2 at bats. So Edwin Encarnacion comes in with that big bat, and he will be trying to drive another one. He has walked and grounded out. 4-0 lead for the Orioles. Only 3 hits, 2 singles and a double for the Jays. And runners at first and second. And he did. And he did. Way back in left field, Encarnacion, and goodbye home run. That's what he came up trying to get, and he got a ball that he could drive, and Encarnacion is making this a 1-run ball game. That is home run number 3, and now 11 RBIs.
Well, a couple of things happened. First of all, R.A. Dickey doesn't throw in the white towel, so he gives them hope that they don't have to score a whole lot more runs than 4. And then the 2 walks, and then this. So it's, again, not always the base on balls. It's what happens afterwards. This guy, 42 of them last year. There's number 3 on the year. Brings them within 1.
All coming with 2 down. So 2 away bases empty now, and a 4-3 ball game. 4 hits for the Jays. Encarnacion getting his 9th career home run in this ballpark, and his 17th lifetime against the Orioles. Cabrera's flied to center field twice. 4 home runs surrendered by Gonzalez now, and they've all come within the last 2 ball games. And all 4 have been hit by right-handers. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That ball in the air, right center field. Jones, Markakis both going back of the wall. Adam Jones trying to get it. It's going to roll the other way. Heading over the third base is Cabrera. They're going to wave him around. They're going to wave him. No. Put the brakes on last minute. Throw to the plate. Bounces. It's a triple. They were this close to trying for the inside the park home run. Rivera had the arm turning until the runner got to third base, and then he put the brakes on, seeing, I think, that Cabrera was running out of gas.
Yeah, he not running real well. Talked about that last night. And so again, right here, effort off the wall, hits the bottom of Adam Jones's foot and caroms down the line. And right here, it looks like he's going to stumble. So again, it looks like he's got about 30 pounds on his back, a knapsack.
Cabrera picking up the triple. He's got 2 on the year. And here's Lowry try and tie it up. And all of a sudden, after 2 easy outs, the dog did awake on the walks to Lind and Bautista, the homer by Encarnacion. Troy Patton getting up the throw, and the triple by Cabrera. The 0-1 delivery. Lowry will foul it back. Another big cut.
Yeah, you're lucky to get away with that one. And again, Lowry came into last night's game over 300, a lot of home runs, all parts of the ballpark. You know, bury one underneath the strike zone.
In the air and back. Lowry has picked up 6 home runs against the Orioles, 3 of those coming here at Camden Yards. He has hit over 300 against Oriole pitching coming into tonight's ball game. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. 0-2 delivery to him, and that one drilled in the air left field. That ball back near the warning track and hauled in by McLeod. But 3-run score. The big blast coming. Encarnacion getting it, making it a 1-run game. Just worry most about in this Toronto team, while they may not be hitting scoring runs average down, they're still 6th in the league in home runs, and always that big blast is right around the corner.
Well, it is, and you know, the one thing that Miguel's always been able to do, he threw 13 home runs last year, 12 solos. This year he has now thrown 4 until that 3-run home run, which obviously gets the Jays right back in the game. Again, they were all solos, and that was in his last game against Tampa Bay. So, you know, Dickey gives him hope because he doesn't fold the tent after they get 4 runs in the 2nd inning. And all of a sudden now the Jays say, well, wait a minute. And with Dickey still on the mound, we have a chance to win this ball game. And I don't think you ever feel comfortable in this ballpark with a 4-run lead, especially against a team like Toronto.
And Dickey will stay out. Bullpen action in the last inning for Toronto. as R.A. Dickey approaching the 100 pitch mark. He can go over that, generally does. Just going to depend on how this goes.
So what he's thinking about is, okay, I'm going to try to have an efficient inning and at least be out there when my guys come up in the top of the 7th inning. But of course that is kind of a moot point if he doesn't somehow pitch well. And the Orioles trying to do what they've done since the 2nd is add some more runs.
Matt Wieters at RBI base hit, and he is flied out. Wieters leading it off for the Orioles here in the 6th inning. Hardy and then Flaherty. And the knuckleball over the top. That one's one of the slow ones, and a 3-ball 2-strike count. Dickey's had 3 walks, 4 strikeouts in the ball game. Only 1 wild pitch. 3-2 delivery to Wieters. Wieters plunked one into left field, going after a pitch out of the strike zone that delivered the RBI in the 2nd inning. Just touched it up, as you got to do against Dickey, and brought one in. 3-2. And that one is outside. That is the 4th walk surrendered by Dickey in the ball game. When the Orioles win, everybody wins all season long. When the Orioles win and score 5 or more, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. All you have to do is enter the promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, valid at participating Baltimore area Papa John's. And here is Hardy. As we said, Dickey gave up 4 walks in his first outing against Cleveland. Now 4 in this one for his season high. Hardy will foul that one off. He has popped out and flied out. Showalter going down to talk to his starter, Gonzalez. Orioles bullpen stays active. Patton had been up. Ryan Mattis is up now. The 0-2 delivery hit the bat, or it's fouled off.
Yeah, a lot of late life, and just don't know where it's going to go, and just off the bottom of the handle of the bat.
So the 2-strike count. Hardy with Flaherty waiting on deck. Wieters off first, short lead, and foul back into the screen. This ball game may be close to being turned over to the bullpen. Cecil and Rogers in the pen.
Yeah, 2 hard throwing lefties and righties respectively, and we saw Brett Cecil over the years as a starter.
Off the end of the bat to left field, Melky Cabrera in place. Hardy is retired, 1 down. And Wieters back to first base. That'll bring up Ryan Flaherty. Drew a walk and scored, and he has popped out. Pitch wise for Dickey this year, 104, 100, 100. Then the last start against the White Sox, 64. And the knuckleball will miss. Flaherty 1-0.
Yeah, it's hard to really gauge whether he's losing anything. It's never about velocity. It's just, I guess, if the knuckleball doesn't knuckle. For Miguel Gonzalez, he just walked 2 guys, belt high. That was the Encarnacion, belt high. And again, just didn't lose any velocity, just lost his ability to locate.
All coming with 2 down.
Yeah. They were able to get back into the game.
Flaherty will take that one, and that's going to miss. So
Yeah.
Ryan Flaherty works it to 3-0.
Yeah, I got to think he's hitting here. So there you go. It is the season high. Just trying to hang around.
.30 delivery. Flaherty was swinging.
Knuckleball.
Knuckler.
Yeah. Well, the book on Ryan, he's such a good fastball hitter, young hitter, Rule 5 guy, had to stay with the club last year. Got some big hits. This year, steady diet of off-speed pitches.
Here's the 3-1, and he walked him. So the Orioles, 2 walks in the inning, have runners on at first and second with only 1 away, and Reimold coming to the plate. The Orioles invite you to a very special American Red Cross blood drive. It'll be Saturday, May 4, 8 to 4 at Oriole Park here at Camden Yards. All donors receive a limited edition Orioles t-shirt, 2 tickets to an upcoming game, and a chance to meet Orioles Hall of Famer Al Bumbry. Pitch will be taken outside. Appointments needed for the blood drive, 1-800-RED-CROSS. That's for Saturday, May 4. Reimold, a sac fly RBI, and he's flied out to left field. 6th inning, 4-3 game. The Orioles up by 1. Wieters at second base, Flaherty at first, and the pitch is outside as the Orioles continue to take him, make him work, and Blanco's on his way out.
Well, when you trail 4-0, you never ever relax. He's done a nice job of keeping him in the game, but of course John Gibbons talking to Pete Walker on the right to his left, saying, okay, how are we going to know when he's tired? And I guess part of it is, okay, I can't throw strikes anymore, and that seems to be something he struggles with here at the bottom of the 6th.
And foul back, one for Reimold to go after.
Yeah, he leaves earth, just fouls it straight back.
Nolan hitting at .212 on the year, 7 RBIs. He does have 3 home runs so far this season. Ground ball towards third base. Lowry's got it. There's one. Relay is course, and they turn the double play. No runs, no hits, no errors with a base runner left on. It remains the Orioles up by 1.
Jones and Davis, and then Manny Machado 2-run single to make it 4-0. And then 6th inning, and Encarnacion, what does he do? He gets a 3-run home run after a couple of walks. They get back in the game. Miguel Gonzalez goes the first 6 innings, gives up the 3-run home run. Other than that, pitches very well. Dickey still on the mound or in the dugout. So again, I would imagine John Gibbons going on probably enough, 115, 116 pitches. And then Brian Madison, he's been terrific out of the bullpen. So again, very comfortable coming in and pitching in relief. It's kind of a matchup in a sense because Colby Rasmus, a left-handed hitter, will be the first hitter for the Jays, and boy, he's been able to dominate lefties.
And our Geico highlights. Geico saving people money on more than just car insurance. Colby Rasmus, bottom third of the order for Toronto as we go to the 7th inning. And Rasmus will take the pitch for a strike. Rasmus on the lefties, 3 for 15 so far this year. Ryan Mattis working here to try and protect that 1-run lead. And Rasmus will foul that one back.
Yeah, pitch to hit, fouls it back. You're right. Slider that's up a little bit.
Bullpen, you see that ERA 5th in the American League. Rasmus, the double, his first time up tonight, and Brian Mattis gets it.
So what? Make it 3 for 16 off of lefties. Last year only hit 182 against lefties. I mean, perfect pitch right here. Bury that fastball outside quarter of the plate. See him pull down. Nice little backspin. Stays behind it.
Here's Izturis, who has grounded out and popped out. Izturis 5 for 9 off Brian Mattis. Hitting only $153 right now.
I don't think we want to pitch around him with a 1-run lead, do we? 5 for 9.
Probably not a good idea.
No.
In at third base, Manny Machado, even with the bag. 1-0 delivery to him, and that slice foul the other way. And Aaron Sebia has come out in the on-deck circle to hit for Blanco. Their leading home run hitter right now. With Dickey coming out of the ball game, he can come in to catch. Here's the 1-1 delivery, grounded to third base. Machado playing in, got the big hop. Take a look at our AT&T mobility trivia fact. See the O's 32-12 in the 1-run game since 2012. Best win percentage in the majors. The Jays at the other end, 17-29. They are the second worst number in MLB since 2012 to the present. Right now, the Orioles 3-3 in 1-run games, 2-4 for Toronto. So Aaron Sebia stands in. Dangerous matchup, obviously, with Aaron Sebia hitting the long ball, tied for the lead in home runs coming into today's play.
Well, they put the shift on. He is a pull hitter. We did see him, though, in that 7th inning where they got their run last night, shoot one into right field. And I think with Brian Mattis, he's a little bit different pitcher. He's throwing harder. He's been able to stay behind his pitches, better breaking stuff. And of course, he's been battling and to try to be able to find that outside corner to a right-hander. But again, his strength is right where Wieters is going, and then throws it right by him, up and in. This is not the same guy that came to camp 2 years ago, hurt, out of shape. Much better conditioned pitcher.
Big swing and a miss on it. Aaron Sebia 3 for 17 off the lefties. None of his 7 home runs have been hit against left-handers. Cecil looks like he's going to be coming on to pitch for Dickey. 2 down, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Aaron Sebia hitting in the 9 spot, and he'll take it inside. Two shift in the infield. No claim to pull the ball with Flaherty almost over at second. That one on the inside pitch, the only thing he could do with it.
Exactly.
It off.
Matt Wieters, you can see him put the 1 down indicator for a fastball and then move inside. Well, the big strong guys, and as you mentioned, and he does have 7 home runs. They like to get the arms extended. We saw that with Encarnacion. Fastball pretty much outside middle.
Mattis with the 2-2 delivery on the way, and that's fouled back as he went outside on him. Chris Davis, Aaron Sebia, and the former Oriole Mark Reynolds, now with Cleveland, all have 7 home runs, leading the American League in that department. Robinson Cano's got 6. 2 ball, 2 strike count. It'll stay that way.
Nice little pitch again, trying to locate that outside corner. You kind of know what the pitch is, and that's a changeup right off that 92-mile-per-hour fastball. But that's the difficulty of coming out of the bullpen. He hadn't thrown one yet.
8th pitch of the at bat right here to Aaron Sebia. 2-2 delivery, and he went. Home plate umpire gets him. That'll retire the side. 1-2-3. 7th inning stretch time. Camden Yards. The Orioles lead at 4-3. The achiever in you. And by Chapin Davis Investments, Baltimore's oldest and largest full-service investment company. Call 1-800-222-3246 or visit chapindavis.com. A good ball game here at Camden Yards. Game 2 of the 3. 26-year-old left-hander Brett Cecil coming out of the bullpen in relief of R.H. Dickey.
Yeah, out of Dunkirk, Maryland. We've seen him as starter in the past. This year, watch the pitch over the weekend, throwing very hard. He hit 95 on a couple of occasions against the Yankees up at Rogers Center. So again, there are the numbers. Actually, he's pitched very well against the Orioles. Low ERA. Though good arm, and he, of course, wants to keep it right where it is. The Orioles leading by 1.
Orioles have the top of the order coming up here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. McLouth a single, a walk, and he is struck out. R.A. Dickey out of there. So the knuckleballer gone. Little liner to second base as Torres is there. 1 down. Cecil's given up very little. Left-handers 2 for 21, right-handers 4 for 13. Manny Machado, 2 RBI base hit in the 2nd inning, a double, stranded in the 5th. And the pitch, breaking ball, will miss. Dickey gave up the 4 runs on 6 hits over 6 innings. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Orioles got all of their runs in the 2nd inning. And that pitch Machado takes down low, 2-0. Strop in the bullpen for the Orioles. And he takes it for a 3-0 count. Manny Machado is not helping pitchers. Young player, but a great sense of the strike zone. A 3-0 delivery by the lefty to him, and he walked him on 4 straight. Follow the Orioles all season long. MLB.com at bat on your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Scores, stats, highlights, live audio, and more. Text at bat 31826 or go to Orioles.com for details. Nick Markakis. A walk. He's grounded out, flied out. 309 on the year for him, and he takes that one the other way down the line. Cabrera will not have a play.
Yeah, you look at lifetime numbers, and we saw Nick with a game winner off a loop last night, a left-hander, and 8 for 20 off of Cecil. It's another indication how he hits lefties. Maybe not
jammed
this
him
time.
that time as Turris won. Relay to first base. Pick at first, not in time.
Ooh. Nice little slide by Manny Machado makes it a little bit more difficult. And the fact Kawasaki doesn't have a lot of arm strength, but look at that slide. Thought he was out myself, but ball in the glove. You're out by a half a step, but the Orioles get a break.
Fielder's choice, runner on. So the inning will continue. And Adam Jones will get an at-bat. If the Orioles can take advantage of it. He got his hit in that second inning. 2 RBIs, Machado, 1 by Wieters, and the sac fly by Reimold, accounting for the 4 runs and the 1 swing of the bat by Encarnacion with his 3rd home run. Those are the 3 runs for the Jays. Jones will take it inside, boxed by Aaron Sebia. Adam 304 off the lefties coming into the ball game. And one of his 3 home runs this year off a left-hander. Markakis held at first, short lead for him.
Yeah, nice little hook. Yeah, the amazing thing about Brett Cecil, he came to the big leagues. I mean, raced through the minor leagues, 24-16 quickly, 7-4 in 2009, 15-7, and then the next year 4-11. Last year up and down, Las Vegas, their AAA affiliate at the time, and then 9 starts, 21 appearances for the Jays. There's another curveball.
Going to get away. Markakis will go, and there'll be no throw. It'll be a wild pitch.
Practice it every day. Batting practice. Get your primary lead, your secondary lead, and ball and dirt, take off. And there's your 5th run out at second base.
Rogers up for the 2nd time in the bullpen for the Jays tonight. So Markakis in scoring position with 2 down. Jones with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And chopper that will go on the foul side of it and will stay there. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Very big potential run, obviously, at second base. And the Orioles' #1 hitter with 2 strikes on him at the plate. And Jones will ask for the timeout. Cecil ready. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and that's outside. 3-2.
Another kind of velocity he had up in Toronto against the Yankees, down a couple of miles. at least. But again, 2 for 18, so Jonesy would love to get a base hit somewhere. Markakis with 2 strikes and 2 outs will be off on contact.
3-2 delivery on the way and got him. So Brett Cecil comes on and gets the strikeout. The Orioles, no runs, no hits with a base runner left on. We've completed 7, still 4-3. Mattis on the mound for the Orioles, coming on and retiring the Jays in order. Mark DeRosa is going to come on and be the pinch hitter for Kawasaki at the top of the order. DeRosa, the last man added to their roster, looking to get another veteran and some leadership in the clubhouse. And he will take the pitch up high for a ball.
Yeah, veteran player again that he's played on a lot of good ball clubs. All kinds of injury problems over the last 5 or 6 years. And good changeup and a fastball count. That's the Brian Mattis we know and love. That's Brian Mattis back in 2010 when he went 7-1. Throw the changeup at any time. Bigger and stronger, maybe a little more velocity.
DeRosa takes it to a 1-ball 2-strike count. Lind and then Bautista will be due up for the Jays. DeRosa's had just 27 at bats, 4 hits, a couple of doubles and a home run. 1-2 delivery to him, outside for a ball. DeRosa, he's got an 0 for going 2, 0 for his last 9. And Mattis just misses.
I think he thought he struck him out. Did a little about face. Take a look. Might have been just off the inside corner, and it was.
Three ball, 2-strike count. And walked him. The leadoff man is on here in the 8th inning. The Orioles continue to run the streak of leads after 7. They've won 99. You got to go back to 2011 for these games. The Cardinals 111, and the all-time mark held by the Yankees in 98, 99, 116 consecutive wins when they had a lead after 7. The Orioles, of course, have that going here. So John Gibbons is going to go to the bench here. Raja Davis will come on to pinch hit for Lynn. And Buck Showalter, after the announcement is made, will head out to the mound. So Brian Mattis, in order to get the matchup, will come out of the ball game. He will pitch 1+ inning, responsible for the runner on. Davis coming to the plate when we come back. Couple of RBIs and 2 hits in it. And Matt Wieters. Wieters has delivered an RBI base hit. Text and you vote A, B, or C 31826. Pedro Strop on the mound. Rajah Davis at the plate as a pinch hitter. Runner at first, nobody out. Shows bunt off the plate. It will be foul.
And very good against the Dodgers. Billy Castro, the Orioles bullpen coach, was talking about Pedro last night. Pedro, who was warming up to come in the game and didn't, about as well as he's thrown since the World Baseball Classic when he helped the Dominicans win it. And Billy Castro was the coach. So
Davis drops a beauty. Strope's going to.
Again, Pedro, a former middle infielder. But the bottom line is, they give you an out, you better take it. Take your chances, and you get 2 more outs before they score. The inning's over.
First sacrifice on the year for Rajah Davis, and 0 for 6 in the 2 games. And a chopper off the plate. Hardy got time and gets him. Davis able to hang the bag. Good play and a big out.
Well, again, I mean, how do you straddle the bag? Chris Davis not comfortable at third. Mark Reynolds now with the Indians. He's got to learn to play. So again, high chopper, Baltimore chop. Here comes Hardy on the run, snap throw, and again the footwork. And this is the old Glover. And again, get rid of it. Batista getting down the line. Hasn't been running well, but did get down the line pretty quickly. And Chris to the rescue.
Encarnacion with a runner at third base, but 2 outs. He delivered the home run in the 6th inning. It put the 3 runs up on the board. 3 home runs on the year and 11 RBIs. Pedro Strop trying to record the out, leave the runner at third base. 1-0 delivery. That's way outside. 2-0.
Yeah, what Billy Castro was saying is that Pedro has a tendency to kind of drop that front shoulder, and they would just kind of like to have a nice soft front side. And boy, when you have the kind of ability that Pedro has, just to have a nice straight line, kind of relax the front side instead of flying open.
Tried to adjust and came inside. 3-0.
Because the more you see of Pedro, and it's not that he can't have success doing this, at this point doesn't have that many innings. He's really not a pitcher. I mean, he's not going to, not that Matt Wieters going to put the glove on the corner. He's going to hit it. He's going to throw it for the center of the plate, try to get the good movement, whether it's the slider or the sinker, and take his chances.
And 4 pitches out of the strike zone. So he'll take his chances with Cabrera, looking like he wanted nothing to do with Encarnacion, who was 1 for 5 against him. So runners on at first and third now, both having reached via the walk. One by Mattis, one by Strop. And that will bring up Cabrera. Melky Cabrera will face Strop for the first time. No big outs looked for here in the 8th inning in a big at bat. Cabrera has had a triple, one that bounced off the wall in right center. 1 for 3 in the ball game. And he'll take the pitch down low for a ball.
Yeah, he's a really good high ball hitter, and we saw that on the triple for a left-handed hitter. Well, again, first base hole. Ed Carnacion can run a little bit. I cannot imagine he's going to be running here. Not the way Wieters can throw.
6 in a row out of the strike zone.
Well, he gets side to side, and again, emotional moment. We saw Pedro the last 5-6 weeks until he got into the playoffs, struggle with his command.
2-0 delivery on the way, taken, and that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, you would think when you throw 96 that would be your best pitch, but sometimes it is a slider because it just seems to quiet his windup down. He takes more time, and it just seems to be a pitch he can throw for strikes.
2-1 pitch fouled off. Strop comes back on it.
And then it seems to get him back into a little bit of a rhythm. Because he'll throw it and counts it. You just can't imagine. Just imagine if you're trying to make contact at home plate with a bat.
Runners off first and third. 2 down. 2-2. Almost. So takes it full. 3-2 here. That will send Encarnacion from first base on the pitch. Davis will stay there to hold him at least a little closer. And Strop with a 3-2. Runner goes and got him on a called third strike. Cabrera will go down looking and asking Alfonso Marquez about where this pitch was. He didn't think it was a strike. Strop, thank goodness it was. Fun program. To this date, the Orioles 65 walks, a total of $3,250. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Now the Orioles will try and add as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, a 1-run ball game. Davis up. Diesel delivers. It'll be taken inside for a ball. As Tourist moves over to short now, in light of all the couple pinch hits we had, DeRosa will stay in the ball game and play at second base. Davis ground ball towards second. DeRosa will glove, makes the out. So Davis with a 1 for 4 in the game, 1 away in the 8th inning. And that will be it with Wieters coming up. The left-hander Cecil is going to be taken out of the ball game as John Gibbons makes his way out. So Cecil worked an inning and a third. He didn't give up any hits, had a walk and a strikeout. When we come back, Wieters up with 1 down.
Colorado, where his ERA was over 8 runs a game, to Cleveland, where he pitched extremely well. So they go actually trade Mike Aviles to the Indians, and then bottom line, this kid can throw. He's got an arm. So one power arms, guys that strike people out, throw in the mid-90s, and he could do that. Very effective.
Now Wieters has faced him a couple times, going 0 for 2. Wieters an RBI base hit, part of that big second inning. He has flied out and drawn a walk as well.
Yeah, his ERAs in Colorado and 10, 6.13, 11, 7.05. Last year 8.06. Sounds like an area code. It's not good.
And the pitch will be taken for a strike for Rogers. Left-handers sitting 267 against him. Right-handers 296 this year. 0-1 count. And Wieters will follow it the other way. 2 strikes on Matt Wieters. Oriole closer ready to go. Game dominated by pitching except for 2 innings. Orioles, it was the second. 4 runs on 4 hits. Jays, it was the 6th. 2 2-out walks and the home run by Encarnacion. Otherwise, the pitchers have controlled the innings. One ball, 2 strike count, and Wieters will hold up on it.
Yeah, you see more and more guys, and that because you're in a stretch position, nobody on, you don't have to actually stop at the set position. You see guys like they're going to come to the set position and they just use that as their windup. Stroke does it. Rogers does it. Just did it actually to Matt Wieters. And now he's going to conventionally.
Inside on him. Did not go around. So the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Wieters. 1 down. Party waiting on deck for the Orioles. A couple of pitchers games, 2-1, of course. The opener last night. Jim Johnson coming on to get the win. And Loop out of the bullpen took the loss for Toronto. The Orioles winning it in the bottom of the 9th. And here's another 1-run game. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 delivery. Rogers gets the K. 2 down.
Nice little pitch. And then when you throw 95, just see the spin. The ability to get on top of your breaking ball, and it goes straight down.
27-year-old will work to Hardy. Hardy is 0 for 3 in the ball game, 0 for 5 in the 2 games against the Jays. He owns a .277 career average against Toronto. Pitch is taken off the plate, literally, and a 1-0 count. 2 down, bases empty. Lowry, Rasmus, Turris are due up in the 9th inning for the Jays. .1-0 delivery to Hardy. Good wood on it, but right at Rasmus. He's got it, and that'll retire the side. So here we go. 9th inning coming up from Camden Yards. Jim Johnson will come on to try and close it out. A 1-run ball game. By Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. By Verizon Fios Quantum Internet. Technology that makes you feel super union. That's powerful. And by Mercedes-Benz. Located on the web at mbusa.com. So another 1-run ball game in the 9th inning. And Jim Johnson will come on, try and keep his streak alive, and it is a save situation.
Yeah, trying to make it 8 out of 8, 28 consecutive. Nobody since the first week of September 2011 with more saves in the big league. 65 out of 68 since then. Remarkable run. Actually threw the ball very, very well last night. Came in a 1-1 ball game. The Orioles would win in a walk-off single by Nick Markakis. So Jimmy got the win last night.
And a shattered background ball. Manny Machado, the running throw to first base, gets Lowry on 1 pitch, 1 away in the 9th.
Well, aggressive hitter, the whole team. They'll swing. He throws them a nice sinking fastball. You know, you go into the, you go in, you talk to some of the scouts. They go, how can somebody throw the ball? It sinks that much with that kind of velocity. Just saw it.
And let's take a look as Rasmus moves in with the strikeout, a couple of them now, and a double. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Updating you on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. Still time to text in your vote, A, B, or C, 31826. Results in the O's Extra post-game show. Rasmus 1 for 6 off Jim Johnson, the 0-1 to him. 0-2.
Wow. There's your starter stuff right there. Sinker down and away, and a swooping sky hook curveball, about as good as you can throw one.
0-2 delivery. Johnson lifetime against the Blue Jays, a win and a loss and 8 saves for Jim Johnson. They've hit only .208 against him. And fouled away to hold the count at a ball and 2 strikes on Rasmus.
Yeah, the third pitch that Jim Johnson has, and vastly sometimes underrated because of how good his sinker is the changeup. It seems like it's a splitter, goes straight down about 87 miles per hour. There it is. Well, actually, fastball, I guess. 95, 93, 94, 95. It went down. I mean, how do you get the ball to sink at 95 like this? Bottom drops out. You'll see him pulling down, staying behind it, and ball just runs. Colby Rasmus thinks it's going to be on the plate, and it just disappears.
Here's his Torres. So you get somebody to the plate with 2 down in the 9th inning who is not a power hitter. Nacier Torres with the 0 for 3 in the ball game.
He got 2 home runs already. He had 2 all last season.
And he'll take the pitch down low. Machado will play in at third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Gonzalez a chance to win it. Would be 2-1. Dickey could lose it. 2-3. Is Torres up the middle, but not over yet. So a single. That will bring a home run hitter to the plate. So with 2 down, base hit here in the bottom of the 9th inning. J.P. Arancibia, who came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning and struck out, will come up now in the bottom of the 9th with 2 down. He is 1 for 4 off Jim Johnson.
Yeah, he faced him last night with 1 out in the 9th inning and ran the count to 3-2 and then swung through a high fastball. So 0 for 1 against Jim Johnson in this series.
Emilio Bonifacio will come on to be the pinch runner.
And you got a guy that can run. Torres stole 17 bases last year. Bonifacio, and because of injuries and only about 270 at bats, 30 out of 33. So definitely have some speed over there.
Davis will play on the bag. 2 down and a strike on Arancibia, who fouls it off.
And the Oriole outfield a couple of steps deeper, just trying to keep a ball from going up the gap. If it does, get to it quicker. But again,
Arancibia with a 1 for 3 in the ball game last night that he started. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Bonifacio at first base. Orioles 1 out away from win number 12. Here's the 1-1. And that will be fouled off. And again, Jim Johnson up on the count, 1-2. $13,272 up. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes and struck him out, and it's over. And the Orioles get the win and another 1-run ball game. As the Orioles hang on, the 4 runs they scored in the 2nd inning proving to be enough. Gonzalez gets the win. He is 2-1. Dickey will take the loss. He is 2-3. Jim Johnson continues now 29 consecutive saves converted. 4 3-0s.